Welcome to the service clinic at Low Country Harley-Davidson. I'm Doc Harley. Today we're going to talk about preventative maintenance on your fuse box. This motorcycle here is a 2011 Dyna, and it has the fuse box on the left side of the motorcycle. It also has a security system. So to work on the fuse box, I don't want any electricity flowing through it, so we need to disconnect the electricity going to it. Since it has a security system on, the way to start is to turn your motorcycle on and wait for your security light to go out. Once it goes out, you have 15 seconds to pull the main fuse. All right, now that we've stopped the security system, I'm going to turn the motorcycle off. I'm going to come over to the right side on this Dyna, and the battery, of course, is located over here, and I'm going to disconnect the ground side of the motorcycle. When I disconnect the ground side of the motorcycle, now I don't have any power coming to the fuse box. Coming back over here, now on the left side of this motorcycle, I can show you with my flashlight, the fuse area here is already starting to show some corrosion around the main fuse and around every individual little fuse. And there's probably some corrosion around the relays also here. So how can we service this? Well, the first suggestion is you can find it at any automotive shop, some circuit breaker cleaner. It's a nice little spray that helps stop some of the corrosion that's inside the terminal area. So what I would do is, let's just start with the little fuses and we'll end up with the main fuse later. Now, you want to take each individual fuse out one at a time and service it and put it back in. You don't want to pull them all out and then get confused in which 15 amps and what 10 amps go into certain areas on dressers and on Sportsters and on Dynas. Now, this Dyna has all 15 amp fuses in its area. All right, so I'm going to take this one on the outside. I'm going to take a little bit of spray and give it a little shot. Let it work its magic while it's drying. I'm going to take the fuse here, and it already is showing some corrosion. I'm going to take a stainless steel brush, and I'm going to very lightly, just lightly, knock off the corrosion to get it back to shiny. And I'm going to do it on both sides because the corrosion works on both sides of the connector. All right, so by this time, I've cleaned. This is dried up. Now I'm going to apply a little electrical contact lubricant. Harley-Davidson sells this. And what this does is prevent future corrosion, and it helps the electrical connection. Now, the way I do it is I take the cap off, and it has a small little opening, and I put it, and I squeeze just a little bit. 2 squeezes because, of course, I have 2 areas of connection. Now that I have done that, I can put this clean fuse in, and that one has been prevented. And this helps in your motorcycle running through the years. A little electrical contact lubricant, a little spray to help clean the area, and it doesn't matter the product name of it. You can just find this at any automotive store. But you let it dry and clean in between each one that you're servicing. Now you can see this main fuse here. It has a lot of corrosion in itself. You'll do the same thing with that. You'll take your steel brush, and you're not getting overly aggressive. You're just cleaning off the corrosion. And then, of course, I should have sprayed while I was cleaning it, letting that do its job and letting it dry. And then I'll apply the electrical contact lubricant to one side and to the other. After I finish with all of this, then I will go back, connect the battery up, and the last thing I will do is put in the fuse, the main fuse, and that will connect everything back up, and you've done some preventative maintenance. Now, I will tell you that on Harley-Davidson late model ones, when you disconnect the battery and disconnect the fuse, you've already disconnected the clock in your dash. So you'll have to reset that. And if you would like to know more about that, give me a write or send me an email, and I'll try to give you instructions, or your local dealership will be able to reset your clock to the proper time. But this maintenance is very good at helping your motorcycle last longer and helps even if you're working on any of the other parts of your motorcycle and you're disconnecting a connector, a little electrical grease when you put it back together helps in keeping it running well. This little tech tip from the service department at Low Country Harley-Davidson. I'm Doc Harley. We'll see you next week.